Hi there, I'm Juliet, and I am down at my grandmother's beach in a little grotto, a little nook. There's rocks and willow trees giving a nice little shelter here, and we're overlooking Harrow Strait. And I thought I would make a little video about how to say goodbye to land that you have been working with or living on. I know, I've talked about this with friends and people who have come to me for various reasons, and they're moving, or like for myself, my grandmother has passed away, and this is land that I've come to for probably about 35 years. It's a very special place in my heart. And we build up these relationships with the spirit of place, and they become quite dear to us. And so sometimes we don't really know how to leave and how to disconnect in a good way. And I just thought I would make a little video while I'm here doing just that. In the shamanic and animist point of view, everything has a spirit. Every rock, every tree, every flower, the waves, the moon, they all have a spirit that we are in relationship with. And, so one of the ways to disconnect, in a good way, and leave a place that we have been working with, is to come back and really give time to these beings who generally move a lot slower than we do, and say our goodbyes. Let them know that we are leaving, and taking time to return and having ceremony or ritual around your leaving. I've come here a few times through this process, when a loved one passes away and the family is gathering and planning and preparing and having ceremonies and rituals of those kinds. I've also been sneaking down to the beach to have my own private ceremonies with the land here. So I've been doing this a little while of saying goodbye, and really just letting them know that a new family is eventually going to be on the land, and really spending time in gratitude and making a lot of offerings. So today I have rose petals with me from my Nana's yard. So with these offerings, I'll be blowing in a lot of my love and my gratitude for all the wonderful medicine and blessings that this land has shown myself and my children and my grandmother over the long years. And they're offerings of gratitude, but they're also ways of saying goodbye. There's some other things to do as well, as far as if you work with a medicine bundle or a hearth or a mesa. Sometimes you're not walking away completely from a space. You're asking if you can bring some of the medicine of that place with you while you're gone. And so, again, after making offerings and things like that, and sitting in your meditation or in a journey and asking, saying thank you for allowing, a stone perhaps to come with you. And that's awesome. Into your medicine bundle, so that you can have a bit of energy of this land with you as you go forward. You know, another piece that I really appreciate is the ability for the land to transmit and messages. And so, especially for in the case of if you're moving, you know, spending time thanking the land for passing along the message to the land where you're moving to, you know, letting this new land know who you are, and letting this new land know that you're coming. And so the trees and the roots and the plants, the water, the air, the wind, you know, all of these spirit helpers that we work with, they can bring those messages for you, and let them know who you are, because this land already knows who you are if you've spent time there and ceremony there. And so that can really help to leave a place. I know it is definitely preferably something that is sort of slow cooked, you know, so taking the time to really sit with the land and allowing your connection to sort of disentangle. So, you know, really as you're walking your space, calling all of yourself to you and making sure that you've brought, you know, you've collected up all of your energy or your spirit from the place, and with gratitude, of course, you know, and making sure that when you leave, you're leaving complete. And same thing with allowing, you know, the energy of the land that is with you, you know, just letting it return and making sure that it is all complete as well. You know, of course, these places there always have a special spot in your heart, but you know, you don't want to create a situation where you're longing, you know, if you're homesick and longing for a place that you've loved, you know, there's really a lot of your energy that can get tangled up in that, and then you're not working from a whole and balanced place. And so that's, you know, that's really a mindful thing to do. When it's with a house, when you're moving, at that stage I like to let myself become annoyed with all the little things, the little quirks of the place that, you know, you just deal with, like the continuously dripping tap in the kitchen that no matter what you do, it always drips, you know, and you just deal with it. But, you know, in those final days as you're leaving and you've already said your goodbyes, you can just sort of allow yourself to sort of get annoyed by that and be like, goodbye, dripping tap I will never have to listen to in the middle of the night anymore. And, you know, sort of helping, you know, in those soft and gentle ways, but helping your heart be able to say goodbye to a place that perhaps you're not really wanting to leave. So I just thought I would check in and share some of this and share a little bit of my process. So, you know, I've just come from a celebration of my grandmother's life, and it was really quite beautiful. And I don't really know how many times I'm going to be back here at this beach, at least not easily. You know, I will always sneak back, but you know, the time has come. You know, this is about the third or fourth time I've been able to come and just spend some time on my own. And you know, I've brought the kids here and just played and you know, had great happy times as well, and really just keeping it conscious that, you know, this isn't going to be happening anymore, and just really slowly getting used to those ideas. And yeah, this might be the last time I'm here for quite a while. So I'm going to be taking some of the rose petals from the celebration, and you know, with my gratitude, really saying my goodbyes. And let's see if I can take this and just show you a little bit of, you know, this beautiful, oops, there you go, ocean. Can't really see too far, but you know, there's a nice sneaky little sandbar that shows when the tide is out, and You can collect clams and have crab races, and there's eagles and otters and heron and ravens, and there was orca whales here just a few days ago. Bunnies all over, deer. It's a really sweet, magical little spot, and it's really brought a lot of medicine, and it's been quite a significant place in my life growing up, and my children as well, and my grandmother's. So I'm just going to go and spend some time saying goodbye, and I hope that if you are leaving a place that you love, that you're able to do it in a mindful way and in a gentle way, in your heart, and really honoring the space that you've been in. So blessings. Isham Dandanakna. Blessed be.